Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share a thrift haul with you. I haven't done one of those in quite a while, and I have quite a few books here that I want to share with you today. I am planning on taking some of these gardening books apart for my garden journal. Now, I probably will have done that already after I made this video. And you may see me flip through the garden journal before this video gets posted. I'm not quite sure yet, but the time of me recording this video, it is before I take these books apart for my garden journal. I hope that makes sense. So first I will show you these beautiful vintage magazines that I got. They are absolutely beautiful, and I paid only 50 cents for each of them. Now it says they are Simpsons Sears. Simpsons Sears. I hope I'm saying that right. That sounds weird saying that. So I don't know. I'm not familiar with Simpsons Sears. I just recall and remember Sears catalogs. Was this a separate catalog from Sears? I don't know. It is from 1961. So it is just absolutely beautiful. It has so many beautiful images in it. It has some colored images. It has black and white images in here. Now, there's a couple of pieces missing in here, I noticed, but for 50 cents a magazine or a catalog, I cannot go wrong with that. And especially for it being that old. 1961. Do you consider that vintage? I would say so. Look at those beautiful images I can use for in any of my vintage journals, or making tags, or gives me so many ideas right away. And it has, I just love the colors in here and the black and white. Aren't they just beautiful? I am just in love with these magazines, and especially the price yet, you know. A lot of the times when you find old vintage magazines like this, they are in our silent auction, where they are locked up behind a window or in a case locked up, and then you have to bid on them, and then they leave it like that for 1 month where people can come and bid. That's how almost all of our thrift stores have it that way now. And then at the end of the month, they'll pick whoever bid the highest, and that's who gets the item. So almost always, or anything vintage or catalogs or anything old is in there. So I don't understand why these wouldn't have been in there. I'm glad they weren't. Trust me, I'm thankful, because they would not have been 50 cents if they would have been in the silent auction window. So I'm very thankful they weren't. I just found them on a random shelf. Here's even an order form. That's really cool. Oh wow, this is where you would write down the number and all the items you wanted and all your information, and then you send it in and you get your order. That's really cool. I didn't even know actually it had this, so I love that. But I can't possibly flip through every single page in here, because that would have to be a complete separate video. I mean, I could do that if you wanted me to, and make a separate video of that where I flip through each and every page. You'd have to let me know. Maybe if there's enough people interested in that, I would do that. Look at that, a pink bathroom. It's just so cool. Oh my goodness, look at those. Oh, I just love old books and old magazines and catalogs. I think they are so cool. I remember a bedspread like that from way back in the day, actually. I mean, this catalog this catalog is before I was ever even born. I was born in 1970, so this was way before my time yet. But considering it's that old, it is actually in really good condition. And it hardly even smells like, yeah, it has like the old book smell, but it doesn't smell musty or anything like that. But aren't they just beautiful? Look at those shoes. Oh goodness. And the hats. So this one, again, it's Simpsons. I don't know how you want to pronounce it, but it doesn't say Sears behind there. This is fall and winter. This was spring and summer. But this one is even older. This was 1961, and this one is from 1947 to 48. Wowzers. That is just so interesting to me. Again, I won't page through every single page, but I definitely want to share some of this with you because I think it's just it's just very cool. This one smells a little bit musty, actually. I think that's why my nose is starting to get a little bit runny. But the other one didn't. That is just so neat. Now, did I see a form in the back here as well? Look at that table and chairs. Yeah, there is a form in the back here as well. Okay, so those are my two vintage magazines that I found. This has, of course, been collected. What I'm going to show you today, it's been collected over probably several months. So it's not like I got this all from one shopping trip. And then I picked up just several different gardening books. Simply for some of the photos in here. I love making garden journals. If I will ever get into making journals to sell, it probably will be garden journals that I will start off with. And I have been collecting a ton of old garden books for that reason. So that one day, hopefully, I can make some garden journals to sell. I think that would be so much fun. But everything in its right time, right? I feel like maybe I'm not in the right season right now to create journals to sell. But everything has its time. So that is one of them. Just Gardening for All. I think this price was, oh yeah, I took the cover off. It was 25 cents. Now, for 25 cents, you can easily afford to buy the book for the couple of beautiful images that are in here. And this one is 50 cents. And this one was $1, but I am pretty positive that I bought these when they had half-price books. So I think I paid like $1.25 for both of them. And this is the homegrown one. I usually take this cover off because, I don't know, I find them kind of annoying, but I guess then you don't have the actual cover on here. But this one has a lot of beautiful garden vegetables in the back. That is my main reason for grabbing this one. Look at that. Aren't those just beautiful, bright images? That almost looks like wallpaper to me. Look at all those beautiful images in here. Again, I won't flip through all the boring Oh, I like that. But I just wanted to share these with you and just show you some of the beautiful illustrations that are in here. Here we have all the herbs. I think that is it for all the beautiful pages. And again, like I paid, I think it was 50 cents for this book. So that's all I would have paid for those beautiful images that are in there. And I think that is just so well worth it. Now this one also has just absolutely beautiful photos in here. Look at these pages. I could tear these out and put them into the garden journal. I have a lot of thrifted gardening books. I think maybe I didn't mention it earlier. And a lot of them I don't think that I ever even showed to you guys that are on my bookshelf. But yeah, I will go, when I go thrifting, I always look at the garden section, garden book section, and then I will do a quick flip through. And then if there is several images in there that really speak to me and call my name, then I'll have a quick look at the price, and if the price is right, I take and I buy the book, even if it is just for those couple of images that are in there that I love so much. So yeah, this book is mainly the back there that I wanted this for. That I wanted this book for those back images is what I meant, is these beautiful images. And then I have several of different books like this, and again, look at this. Look at the beautiful images. And what I like about these is I feel like they are perfect for making tags because they are smaller and they already have the line around it perfectly shaped. I can just go ahead and just cut right along the black lines and then glue this onto a cardstock paper, and I can create a beautiful garden tag out of it. So that is my reason why I always grab these books, and I have, I think, a few of these as well. Love that. All of them, every single image, I just absolutely love it. And the back is just filled with these beautiful images. I don't know, everybody kind of has their forte, right? Some people are really into the vintage journals, which I am too. Don't get me wrong, I do love vintage journals, or any sort of journal really, but somehow the garden journals always grab a hold of me, you know. I feel like that is kind of my forte, is garden journals. And I am really hoping in the future I will have enough time in my life to create the garden journals of my dreams, and then sell them and share them with whoever is into garden journals as well. And I am working on a garden journal right now. I have all my papers. Actually, if you were to see the side of my desk here right now, I have it full of papers right now, from garden magazines or books that I've thrifted, as well as some images, the printable images I purchased off of Etsy, and as well as from my thrifted signatures that I purchased. So I'm just kind of surrounded by that right now. And I just decided to make this video first, just because if I do take some of these garden pages out, that way I have already created a video out of it. And so, like I said, you might see the garden journal first, or you may see this video first and the garden journal might come up the week after. I don't know. It all depends on on how my week plays out. You never know. We've got a grandbaby that's due really soon, so family always first. So it all depends, like I said, how my week goes. This last week I ended up picking up night shifts again at my work. So then I didn't have nearly the time to create videos that I was hoping for. And so as it goes, it's just life, right? It's better to play it by ear than to plan something permanently and then end up that it doesn't work out the way you had planned it. And this is just a kids nature trails book. It was 50 cents, but I think this was half off too when I got it. And I thought it just had some beautiful images in here to add maybe to a journal, maybe a woodsy nature journal. That's another thing that really speaks to me, is creating nature journals. Simply for the fact is I love being in nature and watching the birds. Isn't this beautiful? Oh my, I love that image. So yeah, when I go thrifting, I look at the gardening books. I do look at the children's section just because there's sometimes some beautiful nature books in there. And then of course I always will check the cards as well, because if they have beautiful nature or gardening images on there, our cards at our thrift store I think are all 25 cents each. So then I always look at those as well, because to me that is well worth it to check that out. And then after I'm done in the book section, that's when I usually go to the craft section. I don't know why. Somehow I always check the books and magazines first, and then off to the craft section. And then after I'm done with the books and the craft section, then I check everything else out yet too. I love thrifting, but honestly, I haven't gone in the last while. I haven't gone as much as I used to. I've been having some health issues, a lot of neck issues, a lot of neck spasms that are very uncomfortable and very painful, and so I tend to stay home more lately. This is What is a Flower, and it has beautiful images for the garden as well, for a garden journal. That's beautiful. Okay, what have I all shown you now? I think I only have these two left. Now, I don't do a whole lot with little golden books journals. Now, even though I like them, I think maybe it's just not my forte. But I have seen so many of you that I'm subscribed to create little golden journals, and they are just absolutely beautiful. Maybe one day I will as well. And this one spoke to me, Raggedy Ann and Andy, because growing up when I was, I don't know, maybe between 8 and 10 somewhere, my parents could not afford a whole lot. And when we first moved to Canada, we went to a thrift store and I got a Raggedy Ann doll. And I loved it. I held it dear to me. Like, it was with me wherever we went. That doll came as well. And ever since then, I have loved anything with Raggedy Ann. So I thought maybe for memory's sake, maybe one day I would create a Raggedy Ann journal. And then this one was just really cute. The Rabbit's Adventure. I do have more golden books that I just have upstairs in my grandchildren's room that I read to them quite often when they are here. I just thought these bunnies were really cute, and I could maybe even use them like when I create a Easter collage or spring. So that is my haul for today, for Thrifty Thursday. I will leave the hashtags and the links down below to all the different channels that have created the different hashtags. I always forget to mention it on here. I did write it down, like Thrifty Thursday is hosted by Turquoise Streaming, Cherie. Thrifted Treasures and Thrifty Finds is by Not Too Shabby Chic. I always like to give credit wherever I can. It's just sometimes I don't always remember to do that when I use the hashtags, and it's not that I do that intentionally. I just don't always remember. So if I all of a sudden forget, you'll just have to forgive me. So I hope you enjoyed coming along on this haul. I really enjoyed showing it to you and sharing it with you. And like I said, I have a ton of gardening books. Maybe I should quickly lift you off my stand here and just kind of show you a little bit some of my gardening books. Here, hang on a second. Now, they're probably not as many gardening books as what maybe some other people have, but if you just kind of look on this top shelf here, this whole section here, this is all nature and gardening books that I want to eventually turn into journals. See, I have 3 of these because every time I find them at a thrift store cheap, I buy them because they have beautiful images in there. And then the one that I showed you here, just hang on a little bit. I actually want to share this here a little bit with you. Just see here. This is the one that I shared with you on this haul that I had gotten with those beautiful images in the back here. Okay, so I just want to share with you, these are all the other ones that I have. These are all from the same collection. It's the Time, Life, and Encyclopedia of Gardening. These are all from there. And they all have those beautiful images in the back that I want to use for tags. And so as you can see, I have a ton of them. And I think some of them might even be duplicates. This is Flower and Shrub. And that might actually be my only Flower and Shrub one. Sorry, yeah. So this is my only Flower and Shrub one that I have. I should show you the images. If this video is a little longer and too long for your liking, you can just always stop watching if it's too long for you. But, you know, I thought while I already have them out here, I may as well share this a little bit with you. I've been wanting to show a little bit more of my gardening books. I have never seen a blue hibiscus. Have you? It's called Bluebird Hibiscus. I have right now on my patio, I have pink, red, and yellow. I have never seen a blue one. I didn't even know blue ones existed. I knew white ones, and I've been trying to get a hold of white ones, but I can never find any white ones. This one is blue. Wow, that's beautiful. If I could ever get a hold of a blue hibiscus, I would do it in a heartbeat. That's gorgeous. And then each book always has one large, beautiful photo followed by all those little ones, okay? And then, so I showed you the annuals. This is the one that I flipped through here, all the annual flowers on this video. And I have 2 of these. So like I said, each time I see one that has a good price, I always grab whatever I can find. Okay, so this is the foliage house plants. Now, I think I only have, oh my, okay. Huh, I have 3 of these, you guys. I didn't realize I had 3 foliage house plants. Let's have a quick look, see what those images look like. Oh, see, I would love to make a houseplant journal. I love houseplants. I like to have greenery in every single room of ours. I think it just brings such life to a room. It makes me feel like I'm a little bit more. I have one of these. I actually need to transplant mine into a bigger pot, a monstera. I need to definitely transplant it. There's quite a few in here that I have owned and still do own. And so I think it would be quite fun to one day make a houseplant journal. Wouldn't that be fun? Would you guys like to see that? Maybe in winter time I'll have time and make a houseplant journal. I think that would be a lot of fun. And it's got the one big image. So yeah, so apparently I have 3 of these. And then I have, okay, I have 2 of these, and this is the flowering house plants. So again, would be perfect for going into my houseplant journal. It's got the one beautiful image here. Sorry, I hope you're not getting bored with me, because if you are, I apologize. This is my, I love this. I could sit and flip through books all day long. It wouldn't be too much for me. And then I got 2 different ones here. So this one is decorating with plants, and this one is perennials. So I had the annual one, and this is the perennial one. So decorating with plants, this would again be more, I guess, for of course indoor. Oh my goodness, look at those images. I had to zoom you in a little bit. Look at that. Oh, beautiful, beautiful array of plants. Decorating with plants, I just love that. And that is my forte, you know. I am wanting to do my living room wall different this summer yet. I want to paint it, and my husband will build me shelves all the way around in the back, and I'm going to be mainly decorating it with houseplants. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, I just love this. I could give me a cup of coffee or a good drink and a cozy chair and a pile of books. I'll be busy for hours, and I would not get bored of it. Well, I would definitely buy another one of these if I can find one. Maybe next week I'll do a little bit more thrifting. Decorating with plants. I'll have to try and remember that. Okay, so this is the perennial one. There's a long note here to somebody. And it's got your guide here. Why am I always going from the back to the front? Do you do that too when you flip through a book or magazine? I don't always, but I find myself doing that quite often. But with this one, of course, I'm doing it because all these beautiful images are in the back of the book. So there you have it. I shared a little bit more of my gardening books than I had even thought of, but hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed coming along and seeing my thrift haul today. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I always love that when you do that, and I love reading through the comments. And I wish you all a wonderful, beautiful day. Take care, my friends. Thanks for watching.